Alright, Morp here, and on this guide we're going to go over how to acquire the plans for the T-51 Nuka-Cola paint, the X-01 Quantum paint, as well as the Alien Blaster Fusion mag, and all the seemingly random steps that it's going to take to get it. So let's buckle up and let's get going. Alright, in this guide we're going to be going over how to acquire the 3 keys for the special domes here at the Black Mountain Ordnance Works, just west of Vault 76 below the Tyler County Fairgrounds. And from in here we are going to be looking for the dome number 7, 3, and 2. And I will show you right now the path that I take when I'm farming these plans after I do acquire the keys. From the fast travel point here, we're going right basically on the other side of this little rock formation here. And all of these domes will actually have a green dome on top of them. They can be kind of hard to see. They're intentionally trying to disguise this little bunker hidden under here. And they do have little signs here. Some of them are on the ground. This is dome number 7. From here, I'm going to turn around. There's another rock area. That's going to be dome number 4. There's going to be some guys trying to break in. We don't want that one. That first dome had the X-01 Quantum paint, and this is going to be dome number 3, which is going to have the T-51 Nuka paint. And that is right here. You can see the sign is on the ground. From here, we're going to make our way over to dome number 2. We're actually going to pass a dome over on the left. You're not looking for this rock structure. You're looking for the next one through this clearing. And this is going to be the dome number 2 containing the Alien Blaster Fusion mag. And that's going to be right inside here. Alright, so we're going to actually start out with this one, and I'm going to show you how to acquire the key for dome number 2. Alright, first step on getting the key for TNT Dome 2 is you're going to be coming here to the Toxic Valley, and you're going to be coming to Graninger Farm, I believe that's how it's called, and we're going to be making our way to right over where I just died. So anyway, right from the fast travel point, you're going to be making your way past this little area. There might be some things here that you'll have to kill. There might be some rad stags around here, so just be aware. If you're not paying attention, they might kill you like they did me. So, for our first random piece of painting, we're going to be coming here to this little pond, looking for a little thingy, and there's going to be a broken open safe. And inside this safe, you're going to be looking for this rusted key. So go ahead and grab that. There's going to be some other stuff. There's also going to be an Alien Blaster in here. If you don't have the plan for Alien Blaster, this is a spot where you can come and grab them if you wanted to farm them. Alright, so that is step 1. And now let's move on to part 2. Alright, our next step is to take the rusted key and come to Freddy Fear's House of Scares, here up at the very top of the mire. And from here, we're going to be going around back. There's going to be a set of stairs here. You can make your way up the stairs. And from here, there will be a door right here that we use our rusted key on. From inside here, you will see on the floor is a stolen terminal passcode. So we're going to take that, and we're going to move on to the next phase. Alright, our next step is to take that holotape that we just got, and we're going to be going to Vault-Tec University here in the forest. And from the fast travel point, we're going to turn around. We're going to make our way down a couple streets, just past the pawn shop. We're going to be taking a right. We're going to be looking for an apartment building with some scaffolding on the side. You can see it here up on our left. From here, we're going to be going up just to the second little floor here. You can climb up the scaffolding. We're going to keep on going straight, and right to the left here is going to be a door to the Shadow Breeze Apartments. From inside here, there might be a couple dudes that you'll have to kill. I already killed them. From in here, make your way through the kitchen. We're going to be going upstairs. From upstairs, just take a right, go through another door, and then from here is going to be another little staircase going up. Here, turn around, and you're going to be looking for this terminal here. And we're going to take that holotape, and we're going to write the access code to the holotape. From there, now we have our code, and we're going to go to the next random seeming thingy. Alright. For the next step, we're going to be going to the Pleasant Valley Cabins, just north of the ski resort in the Savage Divide by Top of the World. And from here, we're going to be going right to this first cabin off to the right. There are going to be some turrets in here and some dudes that you'll have to take care of. And be ready to write unless you have a really quick memory. You're going to take that holotape that we just got the code for. We're going to come into here, and we are going to get access to this. We're going to generate a one-time key. We got 369056, and it will be different for everybody. 56. I'm going to come over here, and right in here, it's really hard to see. You can sneak right into here, and there's going to be a terminal. So we're going to pop in that code that we just got. 056. And with that, we're going to get access to the TNT Dome Key 2. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, our first step for acquiring Dome Key number 3 is to come here to Pylon V13 in the Cranberry Bog. And from here, we're going to be going to the other side of this first pillar with all of the stuff all over it. And you're going to be looking for a stump with a body and a tool bag here. From here, we're going to be getting the toolbox key. And on to go and open something up. Alright, for our next step, we're going to be coming to the Watoga Shopping Plaza here at right in Watoga and Cranberry Bog. From here, we're going to turn around. We're going to be going towards the water by this little area here. Right here, we're looking for a little body and a tool chest. We're going to take that key that we just got, and we are going to open up this, and we're going to get the key to Clara's box. Now, we're going to go show you where Clara's box is. All right, for the next step, we're going to be taking the key to Clara's box, and we're going to be coming to Sutton here in the forest. We're going to be making our way past these buildings directly to our right there. We're going to be going back behind here. We're going to be looking for the back of a brown house past the red rocket. We're looking for a little dog house behind it. And this is the first time we actually get a little sort of clue onto where we're going to be going next with the Nuka-Cola bottles. But from in here, we're going to find this wooden crate. We're going to use the key. We're going to open it, and we're going to get a Nuka-Cola locker key. So let's grab that, and let's go on to our next spot. Alright, our next step is to come to the Kanawha Nuka-Cola plant here at the bottom of the forest. And from here, we're going to make our way into the building, which is on the other side, over yonder. There will be some ghouls and stuff that you're going to have to kill to make your way through here. So take care of them. I'm going to be looking over the front of the entrance over here by these bottles. So we'll make our way over yonder. Right inside here. Inside the plant. From in this main lobby, we're going to be making our way to the right up the stairs. Once we enter. Alright. And from in here, we're going to make our way in here, and there will be a door that you will have to unlock. I've already unlocked it from in there. From in here, we're going to be turning, and this little testing booth area. We're going to come to the end, and we're going to find this locker. We're going to use our locker key, and inside, we're going to find our TNT Dome Key number 3. And for the next one, we actually don't have to go very far. We get to stay in the building. Alright, while inside the Nuka plant where you just got the Dome Key number 3, you're going to go back up the way you came. And from out here, you're just going to jump right down to the main lobby for this dome. And this will be locked, just so you know. You're going to open it up, and inside here is going to be a stall. From in here, you can kind of grab it. If you're in here, if you're having trouble, you can go inside and close the door. But come and grab this. I'll show you that actually. Here you're going to grab the paired key card number 1. Now we'll move on to the next phase. Alright, for the next phase, we're going to be coming to Tanagra Town in the Mire, to one of my personal favorite places in the whole game. This place is so cool. Anyway, we're going to be making our way over here, and this is going to be really tricky. It's basically a whole little city built into a tree house, basically. So we're going to be making our way up here, and if you do have a jetpack or a marsupial, it's definitely going to be helpful here. We're going to be making it. Oops. Speaking of, we're going to make our way up the pipe here. Kind of along here. Up through this building. Not building, the thingy-the-bob. I don't know how they got a bus up there, but they did. Make our way over yonder. We don't want to go in the little tunnel cave thingy. So then from over here is going to be your first time you're going to have to do some jumping and stuff. Going to make your way up here. Jump up here. Little jump. Oops. Going to jump up here and then up here. You can make your way over here. Alright, and up here's going to be some houses and stuff. Not looking for this one, we're looking for the one over here. This house up top. You might have to do like a sprinting jump to get over there if you don't have marsupial. But from over here, just below all this stuff, you can kind of see it poking out right here. There's a little key card. You can kind of see it poking out right at the bottom of there underneath this flag. Otherwise, you could just grab the flag. And here's your pair key card number 2. And let's go on to our next spot. Alright, for the next step, we're going to be coming to the Crashed Plane in the Mire. And from the fast travel point, we're going to be making our way to the kind of tree just poking out right in front of us. We're going to be looking for a suitcase right around back here. From here, we're going to be grabbing our Nuka-Cola marketing access code. And on to the next part. Alright, for the next part, we are going to be coming to Ingram's Mansion. And depending on when you watch this video, this location will be different and have a different name. But from here, you're going to be making your way around back. And unlike the last location, where you got a code and you were able to check it right there, this one we're actually going to be going to a separate location. So definitely make sure you write down the code that you get from here. And we're going to generate our one-time key. And we will move on to the next place. Alright, for the last phase here, we're going to be coming to the Overlook Cabin. And from here, we're going to be making our way down in the basement. You just hop right over here. From in here, you can make your way right through the window. From in here, we're going to go down. There'll be some dudes probably down here to kill. And from in here, we're going to be looking for this little back area by a safe. There'll be 2 card readers. We put the first card we got into here, and the next card that we got here. We're going to turn around. The little hidden wall thing is going to open up. And we are going to punch in the code that we wrote down from the last location. And it will be different for you, so make sure you did write that code down. We're going to make our way back out, and now another little hidden entrance is going to open up. And now we have our TNT dome key number 7. Alright, so now that we have our keys, we can come back here to the Black Mountain Ordnance Works. And I will say that the same rules apply to the paints in here. That applies to like the Asylum Red dress or any of the rare dresses. They are only 1 per server. So if you do come here and you don't see one, that means that somebody's already picked it up. So you could just server hop until you find one. But anyway, so we're going to come here. We are going to go backwards. We're going to do 7 first, then 3, then 2. And I am going to include a little bonus here, a little spoiler for number 8, which we will go over when we get there. So we're going to take our key, we're going to unlock TNT Dome number 7, and in here you're going to be looking for this little desk here, and now we have our X-01 power armor paint right here. So that is the first one. So our next one, we're going to make our way over to dome number 3. We're going to exit. We're going to pass the dome number 4 there and just go back behind the rocks here. Alright. And here it's going to be right in front of us. There we go. We have the T-51 Nuka-Cola paint. So here we're just going to be taking the left. There will be a dome off to our left that we're actually going to be passing. We are going to be making our way right over here to dome number 2 to get the alien fusion blaster plan. We appear to be lagging. There we go. From inside this room, there will be rads in here, just so you know. So don't hang out here too long. But on this table, right next to the glowing fusion mags, you will grab the Alien Blaster Fusion Mag. And that's going to enable you to use fusion cells for the Alien Blaster instead of Alien Blaster rounds. Alright, so from here, we are going to be, let me pop this back up here. Here are the locations. As a bonus, and there will be a spoiler, I'm not going to be going inside, but the dome number 8, during the alien invasion event, there's a little quest that you could do to get a key to open up the area. But if you like, and I won't go inside for no spoilers, you can use a photo mode glitch to go inside and kind of, I'll just leave it there. You guys can go in if you like. But during the event, there's a guy that you can kill that you can get the card reader for this. And yeah, you can photo mode glitch through there and rock and roll. Alright, well thank you guys for watching, and I want to give a big shout out to Bonnie and Nostalgic Vibes for the idea for making the video, and also for this awesome outfit that they chose for me to make for the video. So right on guys, thank you guys for watching. If you do like this content, please click like and subscribe, and we will see you guys out there in the wasteland.